Now, this is what I've been talking about. This is exactly what Microsoft needed to do. And this is something that realistically we've all been looking forward to. So, again, I don't see why this is a thing that hasn't really happened previously. Like, this should have been like a day one thing. And that's, Microsoft's kind of issue is that whenever there is something that happens, that really kind of can change the way we do things or change the way people look at Xbox, they kind of screw people over a bit. So, again, I think that it's just one of those things that realistically happens, and we all kind of just shake our head at it. But this would be better late than never, and a great thing indeed, and probably maybe even put a little pressure on PlayStation. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews with another video. Please like the video, share it out, all that kind of good stuff really helps out a ton. And, I do daily gaming content and happy holidays, all that kind of good stuff. Honestly, really just thrilled to have you guys on board and appreciative of everything that you guys do. So thank you guys very much for rocking out with me. Now, here's the thing. When it comes down to Microsoft and what they're doing, this was what I was excited for all along. And, it seems like here we are all this time later, and it hasn't really come through to what we were actually promised. It's a real shame that it happened the way that it's happened. But anyway, it looks like some long-awaited classic Activision games just appeared on the Microsoft Store, and it looks like we could be getting some more Game Pass games. And these are Call of Duty games. So, like, when I originally heard that Microsoft was interested in buying, Activision, I remember thinking, hey, this could be really, really good for something like, Call of Duty, get those old Call of Duty games some more life and things like that. And I thought that would have been a really cool thing to do. And, to be fair, we haven't necessarily seen that happen, but it doesn't mean that it'll never happen, and I think that's probably what we're starting to see now. And the reason why I said that was because the newer Call of Duty games have been not exactly my cup of tea, and so I thought if they came to Game Pass, the older ones or whatever, we would finally be able to see, maybe they'll get more life and things like that. So, that's what the hope was anyway. So, with that being said, yeah, this is really cool. I'm going to link this in the description. So it's possible we're going to be seeing more Activision games added to Microsoft's game subscription service in the next couple weeks. 3 older Call of Duty games have appeared on the Microsoft Store with new listings for Call of Duty United Offense, Call of Duty 2, and Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Historically, we've seen Activision games get the Xbox, PC, or Microsoft Store listings ahead of them actually being added to Game Pass. Sometimes it's a matter of weeks, other times it's like several months. So that was the case with the Spyro Reignited trilogy, which was first spotted with the store page back in April, but was added to Xbox Game Pass in November. No matter the timing, these recent listings point to a drop of games for Xbox Game Pass and Game Pass subscribers at some point in the coming months as they slowly integrate Activision Blizzard games into the idea. So, again, this is really cool in my opinion. Something that's finally able to kind of get us going in the right direction because we were all looking for this stuff. Now, Microsoft finalized the acquisition of Activision Blizzard way back in 2023, October to be exact. And it's been a process as Activision has been integrated into the larger Xbox umbrella. While things were a little bit slow at first, the last couple of months have seen some slightly increased frequent drops of Activision Blizzard titles, including the aforementioned Spyro Reignited Trilogy, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Diablo 4, StarCraft Remastered, StarCraft 2 Campaign Collection, and Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is the only legacy Call of Duty game to be added to the service so far, and Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which is the newest game, launched day one across the service on October 25th of this year. But based on these listings, that'll likely be changing in the future, and we'll see how that kind of works out for everybody. in like, how things are kind of going and things like that. So I look at this and I think, hey, you know what, this is actually really cool. It does make Game Pass something of a must-have thing, and I think like when you can add extra things to it like this, it makes it even better. There's still a lot of back-end work going on no matter what the game, and many of these games still technically support or don't support Xbox Play Anywhere. But again, just seeing them be able to come to Xbox would be a great thing. We're also waiting to see if Raven Software's criminally underrated first-person shooter Singularity could get added to the service, as it's been some months after a Microsoft store listing popped up. It'd be nice to see some of these games get the Series X and S versions revival of Microsoft's backwards compatibility efforts, but based on how Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel was imported to PC when it was added to Game Pass, don't hold your breath. So again, the stuff that is added to Xbox Game Pass just could be just Xbox stuff, and I'm all for it. Hey, let some console owners get some stuff, for a change. That's what I'm all about. I hope that we continue to get some of those great games and things in the future, just as Xbox fans, and it's not, hey, listen, it's nice to see, I'm a fan. I want to see Xbox continue to, do some great things, and I want to see Xbox, fans be able to get things that they're excited for, and, I feel like, hey, that's a really good time to kind of just sit there and go, hey, that we're excited for, what's coming and things like that. I know for me personally, it comes as a great thing where us fans can get games that we're like truly wanting to play. And, it's something that, seems like such a slow thing, but at the end of the day, we've been waiting and waiting and waiting for this stuff. And, for them to finally be able to kind of come out there and say, hey, here it is. I think that's really, really cool, and more to it, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I just really hope that we can see, Microsoft kind of go out there and kind of get people excited again by, adding stuff to the actual service. And that's the hope, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the whole reason why they got, these this company in the first place, I thought anyway, was to add games and make their service more of a value proposition. And so far we hadn't really got that, which is super unfortunate in my opinion. But anything can change. Long term, I'm excited by, what they could be offering in terms of the future and in terms of how they can kind of get people excited and amped up for, how these things go. So, I hope that's something that they continue to work on. Like I said, really, really excited by the future of this stuff, and and if it's something that we can see happen for Microsoft, where they can get people back on board with Game Pass and stuff like that. So I know for me personally, it's like I look at this stuff and I go, okay, well, I'm a Game Pass subscriber. I really have kind of a cutoff date. Like I don't plan on, being a Game Pass subscriber past this next time when it goes up, which will be towards the end of next year. I don't plan on resubscribing if things haven't changed, if they haven't really added, things to get me excited about the future of Game Pass. You know what I mean? Like I think Indiana Jones is great, but them putting 2 games at the end of the year into this thing realistically doesn't do it for me. It's like I would much rather they have things throughout the year to get me excited about, and they just didn't do that. It's like I didn't really care about Hellblade 2, and to be honest with you, I don't care about like Flight Sim, I don't care about Age of Mythology, any of that stuff, you know what I mean? I want like the big like AAA stuff, and it's like we don't really get that stuff, you know what I mean, until like, and then they put a couple things out towards the end of the year, and it's like, okay, well, cool. You know what I mean? And they expect everybody to be just happy about that or whatever, and it doesn't really work that well or that way for me personally. So, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on this stuff, though. Let me know, sound off down below, or whatever the case may be. How do you guys feel about, how Microsoft is kind of handling this stuff? Are you excited about it? Are you excited to kind of get this stuff kind of worked out? I would love to see Microsoft be more consistent with it, but at the same time, I'm never going to be turning down any type of, games that they're going to be releasing, and it looks like they're releasing these games pretty soon. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.